I came all the way to meet Claire from Raini, married to, should I
Big
say, a
brother.
prince from Nigeria. And it's good, that you welcome us into your home. What is it like living in Barbican?
Balbriggan's good. It's a bit quiet because we're, kind of outside Dublin, but there's loads. Like the kids, they have their football. I know there's basketball. There's dance clubs. Faye recently joined the GA down the end of the road.
Yeah.
So there's a few things to do. It needs a lot more things pumped into it, but we're getting there, aren't we?
How is it like when you came into Ireland and you fall in love with this beautiful Irish woman? How was it like?
Well, I'll say it is very, very nice. The first time I met her, I was kind of like, the kind of mentality we have that white people are like this, white people are like that. But when we started dating, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't really like that. I know some of my friends married to white and things didn't work out, and I saw some of my friends that married to black. That are black, it didn't work out. So relationship is all about adapting to each other's culture. She must be ready to take some part of her culture, and she's ready to take. So it's gonna be 50-50. Don't be dominant, and she's everything anyway. So
tell us about this love story of yourself, and where did you meet her, and what is it about her that allowed you to take off your hat and say, yes, I gave it to you.
Where did we meet?
we actually met in a post office in town.
Okay.
GPO.
In GPO. I was walking this way and she was walking that way. The way we black, we're not afraid to approach a lady when you like them. It's not like in the other way. Irish people always go to the pub and say, we're gonna have a date or something. But with black, we don't do that. When you like something, you go for
straight
it.
for it.
So I just gave her the eye, and then she's
What's funny is it's true. That's what he literally did. We just caught eyes
and then she smiled, and then from there.
And that was it.
That was it.
Yeah,
22 years later with 3 kids, here we are.
Oh, wow. So, and I think many people feel that it might not last.
Oh, we were told in the beginning that, look, you'll get married, he'll get his passport, he'll be gone.
Yeah.
And he was told, you'll get married, have kids, she will tie you down. You won't be able to live your life, you won't be able to live your culture. And it's never happened.
Yeah.
It's never been like that.
And in terms of that, you've really embraced our culture. What is it about our culture that you so much love? Because I've seen you everywhere. You put on the attires.
I love
you
native.
imbibe the culture.
I actually prefer, like if someone rings and says, we're having a party in 3 weeks' time or whatever, he knows the next question for me is it English or native? And if it's native, what's the colour code? And then I start planning, and I don't know, I just really like the clothes, I like the culture, even, the designs, the way you can, and the way as well, like the husband and wife can match. I just think that's really nice. And if you have a party, like you have your own set of friends, they can buy the clothes so everybody matches.
Yeah.
And then I suppose as well the food.
So tell us about your favorite food.
Has to be asaro.
I was thinking you were going to choose jollof rice.
No.
Yeah, you're tired of jollof rice.
Asaro and then beans and agege bread. That's my favorite.
Oh, God. That's lovely. Now, Barbican is the best. We both agree on that. But you feel there's a bit of challenge in terms of being inclusive. Definitely. What is life like, for you and your kids living in Barbican?
I suppose when the kids were younger, it was directed more, like I'd see it more because I was out with the kids. So like I remember Naomi, the eldest, she was in a crash down the end of the road, and there's a playground attached. So we used to go there every day after school and she'd play, and there was a little girl she played with all the time. And one particular day they were playing, and there was a different woman with the child this day, and she quickly called her over, and the girl came back to Naomi and she said to her, I'm not allowed to play with you because you've got a chocolate face. So Naomi came and told me. Now she was only like 4. So Naomi came and told me, and I was like, what? So I went over and met her. I said, sorry, what did you just say to her? And she, I didn't say, what are you talking about? And I said, she just came and told my daughter she couldn't play with her because my daughter has a chocolate face. I said, but the lady that's been bringing her for the past 2 months didn't have an issue with it. And she was just trying to be, I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. But I knew what had happened.
Yeah.
So maybe it was the babysitter who'd been bringing her, and this was the mother, and she just didn't like it.
Yeah.
This was at 4 years of age.
Yeah.
But since then, my children have come in several times telling me that, oh, I've been called the N-word. I've been told, actually just 2 weeks ago, Faromi was told that, you know, this boy told him, oh, I'm going to kick you back to your own country. He's Irish. Like,
Yeah.
where are you going to kick him to? You know, you're not going to kick him far because he's already home. But that's the mentality of people. Once they see the dark skin, it's, oh, you can't be Irish.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was born here, but also he's half Irish because of me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what really makes me sad. Because you don't know my child, but you feel like you have the right to turn around and call them a name for no reason.
And that's not good for them as well, you know, especially growing up. One interesting thing, you know, I'm just looking at Faye's hair. How do you deal with that? Because, you know, the way when we talk about mixed race, in terms of the hair is one of the most hard things to manage. You can manage every other thing, but hair.
The hair is hard. And actually, like, she had a week in school, hence why it's so bad. Usually it's much neater, but it's, you know, it's a kind of trial and error.
Yeah.
Because there's some creams I'll use on Faye's hair that will work, but they won't work on Numi's.
Okay.
And there's others that I'll put on Faromi's that wouldn't work on her. So you kind of have to try each child with each product and be like, oh, this is one that works. And it's expensive.
Yeah.
The kids have to actually be adapt to both culture. You know, the way we do things during the what's it called St. Patrick's Day. I dress up. I dress up.
His Irish
I
tattoo
dress
on
up and do everything.
his big pint
You know,
of
so
Guinness
those are the kind of things you need to know that look.
It's about, you know,
it's
merging
about-
the two cultures
Exactly.
together and allowing the kids as well to match and that is the beauty of it, because their culture becomes so diverse, and they enjoy it.
I actually had somebody say to me before that, oh, why did you allow your husband to give the kids Yoruba names? I was like, hold on. I gave them those names. And they're like, what? I was like, I'm the one. I remember when we were only going out maybe 6-7 months. And I said to him, look, I'm not saying I want to marry you, but I'm just asking in the future, do you see yourself? Because some people don't want to get married.
Yeah.
And he said, no, he did. And he said he wants to have kids. I said, great. I said, do you want to give them English or Yoruba names?
Yeah.
And he was like, look, you know, we're living here. I don't mind giving them English names, but, you know, on the birth cert somewhere there'll be a Yoruba name. And I said, okay. I said, I'd personally prefer to give them Yoruba names.
Yeah.
And he said, why? And I said, because the names tell a story.
Yeah.
If I tell you my kids' names, you know straight away.
Yeah.
This is
and that's
why
the
they
way
have
it is with our names. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I like it.
Yeah.
So people think, oh, maybe he's forcing her. We don't force each other for anything.
Anything.
He takes from my culture what he wants, and I take from his what I want, and we match it together, and that's just us.
And that's the beauty of it.